Have you ever wondered why some people effortlessly attract wealth, while others remain trapped in a cycle of debt despite working twice as hard? What if I told you the difference isn't education, connections, or talent, but your ability to activate a hidden universal code that's been concealed from the masses for centuries? Welcome, divine soul. Your presence here today is no coincidence. The universe has guided you to this exact moment because you're finally ready to receive this life-changing revelation. As ancient wisdom teaches us, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And today, you're ready to unlock the sacred knowledge of instant wealth manifestation. Has this ever happened to you? That unmistakable feeling when something miraculous enters your life precisely when you needed it most? That's divine timing, and it's happening right now as you watch this video. The spiritual realm operates beyond the limitations of time and space, and in that higher dimension, the $500,000 you desire already exists in completed form, waiting for you to claim it. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to reveal isn't taught in conventional financial education. This is sacred wisdom combined with quantum principles that wealthy elites have jealously guarded for generations. The universal code of abundance exists in plain sight for those with eyes to see, yet remains invisible to those programmed with scarcity consciousness. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. What you're about to discover might surprise you because this code acts as a spiritual skeleton key, unlocking the infinite treasury of abundance that has always been available to you. Think about it. The air you breathe is abundant and free. You never worry about running out of oxygen. What if money could flow to you with that same natural ease? I've witnessed this powerful $500,000 manifestation code transform lives across continents. From struggling single parents suddenly receiving unexpected windfall checks to entrepreneurs manifesting six-figure contracts within hours of activating this sequence. The principles work regardless of your background, education, or current financial situation. Your encounter with this message today isn't random chance, but a divine appointment set by your higher self. The $500,000 manifestation code I'm about to share could transform your financial reality within moments of hearing it, completely clearing all your debts and opening floodgates of prosperity you never imagined possible. The question isn't whether this abundance code works. The real question challenging you right now is whether you're finally ready to release the limiting beliefs that have kept you imprisoned in financial struggle. These limiting beliefs have been programmed into your consciousness since childhood, creating invisible barriers between you and the wealth that is your divine birthright. The ancient metaphysical masters understood a profound truth that modern quantum physics is only beginning to verify. Your spoken word carries an electromagnetic frequency that literally reshapes the fabric of reality. When you declare something with unwavering conviction, you're not merely expressing a hope or preference. You're issuing a command to the universal intelligence that governs all creation. This revelation transforms your entire relationship with manifestation. The universe operates with mathematical precision, responding not to your wishes or prayers, but to your commands and declarations. If you resonated with this divine message, hit that subscribe button to join our spiritual abundance community. Each video reveals another layer of the manifestation secrets most will never discover. Behind the scenes of physical reality exists what quantum physicists call the field of infinite potentiality, what spiritual teachers have called the divine treasury. This field contains every possibility, including your $500,000 already formed and waiting for your conscious recognition to bring it into your experience. Your declaration is the bridge connecting that potential reality with your current experience. The hidden truth that few abundance teachers reveal is that your current financial situation, whether lack or limitation, is simply the materialized form of your previous declarations, conscious or unconscious. Every financial struggle you've experienced was first a thought pattern, then a spoken declaration, and finally a manifested reality. The good news? The same mechanism that created limitation can be redirected to create abundance with equal precision. The journey of transformation begins with a decision, a decisive moment when you choose to speak with authority rather than ask with uncertainty. When your words carry the vibration of absolute knowing rather than hopeful wishing, the universe has no choice but to reorganize physical reality to match your internal certainty. This is the breakthrough moment on your abundance journey. The shift from being a passive observer of your financial circumstances to becoming the conscious creator of your prosperity. The revelations I'm sharing have transformed thousands of lives across the globe, not because they're following some rigid formula, but because they've embraced a fundamental shift in consciousness. I've witnessed this code create miraculous breakthroughs in every imaginable circumstance, from struggling single parents suddenly receiving unexpected inheritance checks to skeptical business professionals landing six-figure contracts within hours of activating the sequence. The profound insight that revolutionizes your entire relationship with wealth is understanding that financial abundance isn't something you acquire. It's something you allow by removing the internal barriers that have been blocking its natural flow. Your current financial situation is merely the external reflection of your internal beliefs about money, prosperity, and your worthiness to receive. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by exploring what actually happens in the invisible realm when you make these declarations. There's a reason why specific dollar amounts and time frames accelerate the manifestation process dramatically. The universe responds to precision and clarity far more readily than to vague wishes or general hopes. If you're feeling that deep resonance with what I'm sharing, write Divine Authority Activated in the comments below. When you specify $500,000 rather than just saying more money, you provide the universal intelligence with an exact template to fulfill. This precision matters tremendously in the realm of manifestation. Consider how creation. Stories across spiritual traditions share one common element. The divine spoke and reality formed in response. This wasn't symbolic. It reveals the fundamental mechanism through which all creation occurs. Your encounter with this message today isn't random chance. It's a divine appointment orchestrated by your higher self, which exists beyond the limitations of time and space that govern our physical world. In that higher dimension, the $500,000 you desire already exists in completed form, waiting for you to claim it through the correct vibrational sequence. This revelation transforms your understanding of what manifestation truly is, not creating something from nothing, but rather claiming what already exists in the spiritual realm. The evidence surrounds us everywhere we look. A woman in Singapore activated this exact code after 2 decades of financial struggle. Within 14 minutes, not days or weeks, she received a phone call about a forgotten investment that had multiplied to exactly $500,000. A teacher in Brazil used the same sequence and manifested a property deed worth over $500,000 through an unexpected family connection he hadn't spoken with in years. A college student in Germany activated the code while drowning in student debt. That same afternoon, he received notification of a full scholarship that included a stipend almost identical to our manifestation amount. These aren't isolated incidents or statistical anomalies. They're demonstrations of universal law, operating with perfect precision when correctly applied. The principles work regardless of your background, education, or current financial situation because they operate at the level of consciousness itself, beyond the limitations of your personal history or present circumstances. The decisive question challenging you right now isn't whether this abundance code works. The real question is whether you're finally ready to release the limiting beliefs that have kept you imprisoned in financial struggle. These mental patterns, often installed during childhood through well-meaning but misguided caretakers, have been running in your subconscious like outdated software, creating the same limiting financial patterns repeatedly despite your conscious desires for change. The breakthrough moment in your prosperity journey arrives when you recognize that wealth isn't something you need to chase, pursue, or struggle to attain. It's your divine birthright, as natural and automatic as your ability to breathe. Just as you don't need to remind your heart to beat or your lungs to breathe, abundance is your natural state once you remove the artificial barriers of scarcity programming. Now, I want to explore a hidden truth that ancient wisdom traditions have understood for millennia. Collective intention amplifies energetic potential exponentially. When you join others in declaring a shared outcome, you create what quantum scientists now recognize as a coherence field. If you're feeling that inner recognition, that deep knowing that you're ready to break free from limitation once and for all, write "Liberation Activated" in the comments below. This coherence field is a synchronized vibrational pattern that dramatically accelerates manifestation velocity. This isn't theoretical physics. It's practical metaphysics that produces measurable results in your everyday experience. Each conscious command you make strengthens this collective field of abundance we're creating together. When thousands of awakened souls simultaneously align with the same prosperity frequency, we generate what consciousness researchers call a super radiant field, an amplified energy signature that reorganizes probability into certainty through harmonic resonance. The decision to claim your abundance rather than wish for it changes everything. There's a profound distinction between passive hoping and active commanding that most manifestation teachings gloss over. Yet, it represents the decisive turning point in your prosperity journey. When you declare, "I receive $500,000 with absolute conviction," you're not making a casual statement. You're issuing a conscious command to the universe that sets powerful forces into immediate motion. Ancient metaphysical masters understood this profound truth that modern quantum physics is only beginning to verify. Your spoken word literally carries an electromagnetic frequency that reshapes the fabric of reality at the subatomic level. When you declare something with unwavering conviction, you're not merely expressing a preference or desire. You're commanding the universal intelligence that governs all creation. Consider how in every spiritual tradition, creation begins with declaration, with divine speech that establishes the template for materialization. Behind the scenes of your physical experience, a remarkable phenomenon occurs when you speak with this level of authority and certainty. Your internal conviction generates an electromagnetic signature that the universe recognizes and responds to with mathematical precision. Declarations made with absolute certainty bypass the logical mind's resistance and speak directly to the creative intelligence of the cosmos. This is why your word, spoken with authority rather than hesitation, becomes literal law in the realm of spirit, creating the invisible blueprint that material reality must eventually conform to. The hidden truth behind all extraordinary manifestations is the precise sequence they follow. First the internal knowing, then the spoken declaration, and finally the physical demonstration. Most people reverse this sequence, waiting to feel certainty until after they see evidence, which creates a perpetual loop of manifestation delay. Your breakthrough occurs when you recognize that certainty precedes manifestation rather than following it. This is more than positive thinking. It's engaging the fundamental mechanism through which all creation operates. Your word literally becomes the bridge connecting the quantum field of infinite possibility with your tangible experience. When you speak with the authority of a divine creator rather than the hesitation of a human doubter, you activate what consciousness researchers call causal power, the ability to influence reality from the level of primary causation rather than merely responding to effects. Now, I want to explore the hidden mechanics behind manifestation velocity. There's a profound revelation about precision that separates casual wishers from master manifestors. The universe responds to clarity and specificity far more readily than to vague hopes or general desires. If you can feel this powerful shift from observer to creator occurring within you right now, write "creator consciousness activated" in the comments below. When you declare $500,000 rather than merely saying "more money" or "financial abundance," you're providing universal intelligence with an exact template to fulfill, a precise vibrational signature that eliminates ambiguity and accelerates manifestation dramatically. This revelation transforms your entire approach to desire. Most people operate with foggy, undefined wants. "I'd like more prosperity," or "I wish things were better financially." These vague intentions create equally vague results, if any at all. The breakthrough insight is understanding that specific declarations generate specific manifestations with remarkable precision. This is just the beginning of your abundance journey. Subscribe now to access more powerful manifestation codes and prosperity activations designed to transform your financial reality forever. Behind the scenes of your physical experience lies what quantum physicists call the field of infinite potentiality, what ancient spiritual teachers have called the divine treasury or the cosmic storehouse. This field contains every possibility, every conceivable outcome, including your $500,000 already formed and waiting for your conscious recognition to bring it into your tangible experience. This understanding revolutionizes your relationship with desire. You're not creating wealth from nothing. You're calling forth what already exists in completed form within this field. Your declaration serves as the bridge connecting potential with manifestation, the invisible with the visible, the unmanifest with the manifest. The journey of transformation requires this fundamental mindset shift from seeing yourself as someone attempting to acquire something you lack to recognizing yourself as someone claiming what is already yours in the spiritual realm. This perspective change creates an entirely different energetic signature that the universe recognizes and responds to immediately. Think about the profound implications of this truth. Your $500,000 isn't being manufactured or produced. It's being relocated from the field of infinite potential into your physical experience through your conscious recognition. This is why your certainty accelerates manifestation so dramatically. You're not hoping for something new to be created. You're simply acknowledging what already exists. This revelation about the field of infinite potentiality explains why some people manifest with such remarkable speed while others struggle for years with minimal results. The decisive factor isn't external circumstances or even specific techniques. It's your relationship with this field and your certainty about what already exists within it. The hidden truth behind all remarkable manifestations is this recognition of completion before physical evidence appears. When you can genuinely feel that your $500,000 already exists, not as a future possibility, but as a present reality in the spiritual realm, you create the precise vibrational match that draws it into physical form through the path of least resistance. Your financial circumstances aren't random or arbitrary. They're the precise external reflection of your internal programming about money, wealth, and your worthiness to receive. One of the most profound revelations on your abundance journey is understanding that what you see in your physical world, your current bank balance, material possessions, financial struggles, these are merely effects, not causes. This perspective shift changes everything about how you approach manifestation. The true causation of every circumstance in your life begins in the invisible realm of thought, belief, and spoken word. If you're experiencing that profound recognition that your abundance already exists in completed form, write "infinite field activated" in the comments below. Most people exhaust themselves trying to change external conditions while leaving the underlying cause, their consciousness, completely unchanged. This is like trimming the leaves of a weed while leaving the root system intact, guaranteeing its eventual return. When you truly grasp this hidden truth about the relationship Between causation and effect, you stop wasting precious energy trying to manipulate external circumstances. Instead, you focus on the true point of power, your consciousness, which is creating those circumstances through resonant frequency. This shift from external manipulation to internal transformation represents the decisive turning point in your prosperity journey. Think of the material world as a malleable substance, plastic to your word and responsive to your consciousness. This isn't metaphorical language or spiritual poetry. It's the precise mechanism through which reality forms at the quantum level. Scientists now confirm what ancient wisdom traditions have always taught. At the subatomic level, particles respond directly to the observer's expectations, reorganizing their behavior based on what consciousness anticipates seeing. Your financial reality is simply responding to the blueprint you've been unconsciously projecting through your dominant thoughts, feelings, and expectations. The wisdom traditions have always known what science is just beginning to verify, that the subjective mind shapes objective reality through resonant frequency. Your habitual thoughts emit electromagnetic signatures that attract corresponding experiences with mathematical precision. The breakthrough insight transforming your prosperity consciousness right now is recognizing that you're not a passive observer of your financial circumstances. You're their active creator through the consciousness you maintain moment by moment. When you consciously elevate these frequencies through specific declarations about your $500,000 manifestation, you accelerate the materialization process exponentially. This is why precision in your language becomes so critical. The words you speak aren't merely describing your reality. They're creating it through vibrational resonance. Every declaration you make serves as a command to the quantum field, reorganizing subatomic particles to match the template you're providing through focused intention. Behind every significant financial windfall lies this moment of energetic alignment, often unconscious but no less real. What we're doing now is making that process conscious and deliberate, removing the element of chance and replacing it with spiritual law. Your $500,000 isn't being created, it's being relocated from the field of infinite potential into your tangible experience through your conscious recognition. Now, I want to explore the hidden architecture behind this specific manifestation amount. The number $500,000 wasn't chosen arbitrarily for this abundance code. In the ancient science of numerology, 5 represents transformation and change. The zeros that follow don't represent emptiness. They amplify the preceding number's energy, creating a powerful vibrational signature in the field of infinite potential. This specific sum, $500,000, resonates with the frequency of immediate abundance for a profound reason. It exists in what I call the manifestation sweet spot. Not too small to limit your vision of what's possible, yet not so vast that it strains your belief system and creates subconscious resistance. If you're experiencing that profound realization that you've been creating your financial reality all along, write "Conscious Creator Activated" in the comments below. When you can fully embrace a sum as completely possible for you without internal conflict, manifestation accelerates dramatically. The architecture of belief is crucial in this process. Most people struggle with manifestation because they attempt to manifest sums that their subconscious mind hasn't been prepared to receive. The genius of the $500,000 code is that it strategically bypasses the subconscious resistance points that typically delay financial breakthroughs while still creating life-changing transformation. Think about it. The air you breathe is abundant and free. You never worry about running out of oxygen because it surrounds you in limitless supply. What if money could flow to you with that same natural ease? This isn't a fantasy. It's your natural state of being once you remove the artificial barriers of scarcity programming. The revelation that's transforming your financial destiny right now is that abundance isn't something you need to chase, pursue, or struggle to attain. It's something that flows naturally when you align with its frequency. Behind every significant breakthrough in human consciousness lies a decision point, a moment when you choose to align with a higher understanding, despite what your senses might be telling you. This is that moment for your financial destiny. The invisible mechanics of abundance operate through spiritual law, not chance or circumstance. You activate these laws through deliberate choice and conscious decree. The relationship between focused consciousness and time compression creates an acceleration field that few understand, but many have experienced in moments of synchronicity. There's a fascinating explanation for why a specific window of focused intention creates a perfect portal for financial transformation. The interplay between concentrated awareness and temporal mechanics creates what quantum physicists call non-local causation, effects that appear to violate conventional understandings of time and space. Your current financial situation, whether lack or limitation, is simply the materialized form of your previous declarations, conscious or unconscious. Every financial struggle you've experienced was first a thought pattern, then a spoken declaration, and finally a manifested reality. This precise sequence reveals the extraordinary power you've held all along, the power to redirect this same mechanism toward creating abundance with mathematical precision. The journey of consciousness evolution always involves this profound allow yourself to genuinely experience these emotions not as future possibilities, but as present realities. Feel this peace and security saturating every cell in your body. The revolutionary insight transforming your prosperity consciousness right now is understanding that your emotional state is the truest indicator of your manifestation progress. It's not your thoughts, your words, or even your actions that determine your manifestation velocity. It's the consistent feeling tone you maintain throughout the day. When you feel genuinely peaceful about money, you open the floodgates of prosperity that anxiety and worry had previously constricted. This represents a fundamental paradigm shift in manifestation science. Most people believe they'll feel peaceful once they see evidence of financial security. The masters of abundance reverse this sequence. They cultivate peace first, knowing it's the causal factor, not merely the result. This peaceful certainty creates what neuroscientists call a coherent brain state, the optimal condition for intuitive insights, inspired action, and synchronistic opportunities. When you cultivate unwavering certainty about your $500,000 manifestation before seeing external evidence, you're engaging the observer effect, where consciousness directly influences the behavior of subatomic particles. Just as in the famous double-slit experiment, where the mere act of observation changes how particles behave, your focused attention on the completed manifestation literally reorganizes quantum possibilities into your desired outcome. Your declarations made with absolute certainty bypass all logical mind resistance and speak directly to the creative intelligence of the cosmos. They become literal law in the realm of spirit, creating the invisible blueprint that material reality must eventually conform to. This isn't wishful thinking or blind faith. It's working with the fundamental architecture of creation itself. Think about how this transforms your entire relationship with wealth creation. Instead of the exhausting cycle of worry, striving, and temporary relief, you establish peace as your baseline state, regardless of external conditions. This inner sanctuary becomes the fertile soil where your $500,000 manifestation takes root and flourishes with remarkable speed. Now, let's address perhaps the most significant transformation in your prosperity consciousness: the recognition of abundance's true purpose. The $500,000 I receive is not just for my benefit, but to bless others, to circulate more good, and to be a demonstration of divine abundance in action. This perspective shift changes everything about how you receive and relate to wealth. As Florence Scovel Shinn so brilliantly taught, the more you give, the more you receive. This isn't spiritual platitude, it's a reflection of the fundamental law of circulation that governs all energy, including financial energy. If you're experiencing this expanded sense of purpose for your prosperity right now, write "divine circulation activated" in the comments below. The purpose of prosperity is not accumulation, but circulation of good. When money flows through you, rather than merely to you, You become a living channel for abundance rather than a stagnant reservoir. The journey to authentic abundance requires this fundamental identity shift from seeing yourself as a lone consumer of wealth to recognizing yourself as a divine conduit for universal good. This expanded identity creates what spiritual scientists call field amplification, a dramatic increase in your manifestation power through alignment with the universe's natural tendency toward expansion and blessing. Most people have been conditioned to reverse the natural sequence of manifestation. They believe they must first see evidence in their physical reality before they can feel certainty about their desires. This inverted approach creates a perpetual loop of delay and frustration. The masters of manifestation understand that true creative power flows in the opposite direction. Certainty precedes evidence, not the other way around. When you declare, "I have received $500,000 with unwavering conviction before seeing a single penny," you're not being delusional. You're engaging the fundamental mechanism through which all creation operates. You're collapsing wave functions of possibility into particle reality through focused observation. This is how the universe has always worked, whether we've been conscious of it or not. The breakthrough insight transforming your prosperity consciousness right now is recognizing that there are two entirely different levels from which you can operate, as an effect of circumstances or as the cause of circumstances. Most people live their entire lives at the effect level, constantly reacting to and trying to manipulate conditions that have already manifested. But when you speak with divine creator authority rather than human doubt, you activate what consciousness researchers call causal power, the ability to influence reality from the level of primary causation. This causal position represents your true identity as a divine creator made in the image of the infinite. From this level of consciousness, you're not trying to change effects that have already manifested. You're establishing new causes that will inevitably produce corresponding effects. This revelation transforms your entire approach to manifestation, from striving to allowing, from efforting to receiving. Behind every remarkable financial breakthrough lies this hidden truth. The individual stopped trying to manipulate external circumstances and instead established a new causal pattern through conscious decree. When your words carry the vibration of absolute knowing rather than hopeful wishing, the universe has no choice but to reorganize physical reality to match your internal certainty. Now, I want to guide you through a powerful decree that establishes your new identity as a divine channel for unlimited supply. This declaration creates what consciousness researchers call sovereign alignment, perfect congruence between your individual purpose and universal intention. I am the perfect channel for God's unlimited wealth. I am the fertile soil where prosperity takes root and flourishes. If you're feeling this powerful sovereign authority vibrating through your entire being right now, write "Command Authority Activated" in the comments below. Feel the profound truth of these words resonating through your entire being. This isn't spiritual poetry. It's a recognition of your essential function in the cosmic economy. You are not creating abundance. You are allowing it to flow through you like a clear channel that carries water from its source to where it's needed. The revolutionary insight transforming your relationship with wealth right now is understanding your true role in the manifestation process. Most people exhaust themselves trying to generate prosperity through sheer force of will and endless action. The masters of abundance recognize a more efficient path, keeping the channel clear through right thinking and allowing universal intelligence to handle the how. This awareness creates what consciousness researchers call effortless receptivity, a state of relaxed allowing that ironically accelerates manifestation. Behind every remarkable wealth breakthrough lies this decisive moment when an individual shifted from hoping to knowing, from asking to commanding, from seeking evidence to providing the energetic template that evidence must match. This transformation represents the highest evolution of consciousness, moving from victim to victor, from beggar to sovereign, from effect to cause. The journey of consciousness evolution always involves this profound identity shift, from seeing yourself as subject to external forces to recognizing yourself as the originating power behind all your experiences. Your financial reality isn't happening to you. It's happening through you, responding precisely to the vibrational signature you maintain, moment by moment. This understanding liberates you from the victim position and places you squarely in the creator position. Think about how fundamentally this shifts your approach to financial abundance. Instead of the exhausting push to make things happen, you focus on removing internal blockages and maintaining clarity of intention. Like a gardener who doesn't strain to make plants grow, but simply creates optimal conditions. You're creating the perfect environment for your $500,000 manifestation to materialize naturally and effortlessly. This perspective transformation leads to a profound realization about your broader purpose. I am living proof of divine opulence on earth. My life demonstrates that spiritual law works with mathematical precision when rightly applied. This isn't ego or arrogance. It's recognizing the inspirational impact your prosperity journey has on others. Your success becomes living evidence that encourages others to trust in the invisible supply that surrounds us. Now, I want to guide you through the final activation phase of this $500,000 manifestation sequence, a powerful declaration that collapses all remaining time barriers between you and your immediate financial increase. This decree creates what quantum physicists call non-local causation, effects that appear to violate conventional notions of time and space through quantum entanglement. If you've experienced that profound shift in consciousness, from victim to creator, from effect to cause, write "causal power activated" in the comments below. This final activation phase begins with the most powerful element of manifestation, your sovereign command. And now I command with absolute authority, $500,000 appears in my financial experience within minutes of completing this code. Speak these words not as a hopeful wish, but as an absolute decree that sets universal forces into immediate motion. Feel the authority resonating in your voice as you make this declaration. There's a profound revelation about precision that separates casual wishers from master manifestors. The universe responds to clarity and specificity far more readily than to vague hopes or general desires. When you declare $500,000 rather than merely saying more money or financial abundance, you're providing universal intelligence with an exact template to fulfill, a precise vibrational signature that eliminates ambiguity and accelerates manifestation dramatically. Most people operate with foggy, undefined wants. I'd like more prosperity, or I wish things were better financially. These vague intentions create equally vague results, if any at all. The breakthrough insight is understanding that specific declarations generate specific manifestations with remarkable precision. Your clarity becomes the mold into which universal energy flows, taking the exact shape of your focused intention. Behind the scenes of your physical experience lies what quantum physicists call the field of infinite potentiality, what ancient spiritual teachers have called the divine treasury or the cosmic storehouse. This field contains every possibility, every conceivable outcome, including your $500,000 already formed and waiting for your conscious recognition to bring it into your tangible experience. This understanding revolutionizes your relationship with desire. You're not creating wealth from nothing. You're calling forth what already exists in completed form within this field. Your declaration serves as the bridge connecting potential with manifestation, the invisible with the visible, the unmanifest with the manifest. The journey of transformation requires this fundamental mindset shift, from seeing yourself as someone attempting to acquire something you lack to recognizing yourself as someone claiming what is already yours in the spiritual realm. Think about the profound implications of this truth. Your $500,000 isn't being manufactured or produced. It's being relocated from the field of infinite potential into your physical experience through your conscious recognition. This is why your certainty accelerates manifestation so dramatically. You're not hoping for something new to be created. You're simply acknowledging what already exists. The hidden truth behind all remarkable manifestations is this recognition of completion before physical evidence appears. When you can genuinely feel that your $500,000 already exists, not as a future possibility, but as a present reality in the spiritual realm, you create the precise vibrational match that draws it into physical form through the path of least resistance. Now, I want to explore a hidden truth that ancient wisdom traditions have understood for millennia. Time itself is malleable to consciousness. When you enter a state of absolute certainty, you create what Einstein theorized as space-time curvature, a phenomenon where your consciousness literally bends the fabric of reality to accelerate manifestation. If this revelation about the field of infinite potentiality rings true in your soul, write "infinite treasury activated" in the comments below. As we come to the close of this sacred activation, I want to acknowledge the profound energetic shift that's occurring within you right now. The universal forces are already orchestrating the perfect circumstances for your $500,000 manifestation. What you've experienced today isn't just information. It's a vibrational recalibration that continues working in your consciousness long after our time together ends. If this message resonated with your soul, if you felt that unmistakable inner recognition that transcends mere intellectual understanding, I'd love for you to join our community of conscious creators. Subscribe to stay connected with these activation codes and spiritual technologies. Each video builds upon the last, creating an ascending spiral of prosperity consciousness that elevates your manifestation power exponentially. The energy exchange of leaving a like on this video helps amplify the manifestation field we've created together. It's a simple, yet powerful way to strengthen the energetic bridge between potential and manifestation, not just for yourself, but for everyone who encounters this message. If this divine appointment was truly meant for you, write "divine timing brought me here" in the comments below. Your declaration creates a confirmation field that anchors your manifestation in the physical realm while inspiring others on their abundance journey. The $500,000 code we've activated today is just the beginning of what's possible when you align with universal law. There's a video right here that reveals the next step in this prosperity sequence, a powerful technique for maintaining this elevated consciousness permanently rather than temporarily. Click and continue with me over there as we deepen this transformation together. The universe has brought you this far. Trust that same divine guidance to lead you to the next revelation awaiting your discovery.